Hey, this is Willie. Just thought I'd do a little bit of an update video for you guys. This old GT18's been on the channel for a while. Its propane system's been working pretty good. Right now we're at 775 hours, so it's at a 25-hour service point. And I figured it's a good idea to start servicing the deck. Now, I don't like to sharpen my blades first thing this season because our driveway is all rock. So the first couple times I cut grass, it hits rocks inevitably. So now we're done with that. I can sharpen this all up and it'll stay sharp for the rest of the season. You can still see it's still got some scouring from the leaves. Hasn't been used much. And the grass has been wet, so the rain hasn't really stopped. It hasn't given me much of a break. So we had quite a bit of junk built up in this deck. So got that all straightened out. Wheels are not great, but they're okay. They'll be fine for now. Arbor belt's fine. I'm not worried about cleaning any of that. I'll check my tire pressures, make sure they're all good. I modified my one spindle for a grease fitting. These ones are not greasable at this time on the outsides, so I'm going to leave those alone. Check my bearings, they're all good and tight. So now I'm going to go underneath the tractor and start lubricating some things. I think I'm going to also take a look at my drive belt since you guys are here. I might, yeah, I think I'm going to take a look at my air filter. I'll probably clean the pre-filter. The deck belt's been okay, that's not tearing. It's going to need a new battery soon, but it's working fine for now, so this will probably be the last year for that gel battery. I have another one already on the side if I need it. So let's take a look underneath. What does the drive belt look like? Hang on a second, let me get you some light. That better? Drive belt looks okay. Idlers are all okay. These are new. I have an added grease fitting right here. I got to grease up, and there's another one right there. I got to grease up. I'll take some lanolin lubricant, like what's it called, a fluid film or surface shield. Start lubricating all my moving points down here. Brackets are all in good shape. I don't see any issues down here. There's no grass to clean out. Actuator's been working fine. Here's a view of the front PTO belt. There's no issues on that. Okay, you can see how this is all now wet from the spray. I sprayed everything that moves. Make sure your clutch is nice and free, because these pivot points like to get rusty and stiff. And I also forgot to mention these idlers are okay. There's no noise from any of them. I greased up everything on the front, so that's all good. While I was under here, I noticed something. Look at the frames, like, why is that frame wet? I looked up a bit higher, and the oil filter's wet. So I reached up in there and found my oil filter was a little loose. I had to tighten that up because I had a little bit of an oil leak. So yeah, it's always a good idea to check these things over. If you have an oil leak, better off fixing it sooner rather than later. And if I had the time, I would probably pressure wash this, but I only lost a couple ounces here, so that's not going to hurt anything. That filter's going to have to be changed at 800 hours. And then probably change the oil in the sump as well, because that's going on a 1.5 years old. So yeah, everything's good under here. So let's get the deck back under here and we'll get that leveled. Okay, the easiest way to put the deck back on is put the front pins in first. Then you can pick the front of the deck up and then put the back pins in. And then you can stick your belt on. So I'm going to do that quick. Okay, tire pressures are all evened out. I got 12 in the front and 7.5 in the back. Got my deck all on and set up. I just need to check my blades are level, because you never know as to how the deck is going to settle as you use it every year. So I'm going to put this up against the tip of the blade under here. I'm going to compare it to the other side and then the front. And I'll just keep doing that until it's all evened out. There's adjustments in the front right here. I believe you need 2 3/4 inch open end wrenches. You loosen up one jam nut and you tighten up the other one. and that adjusts the front of this deck. It'll pick it up or set it down. And once you get your front to back level, then you can pop this cover off, and then there's a 9/16, and you can adjust this side of the deck up or down. The right side is not adjustable. It's only this side. So we got one standard, which is that deck bracket on the right side of the machine is not adjustable, and that's kind of what we have to set to. Whatever that one's at, we gotta set these two at. You get the idea. I'm gonna do that off camera and continue on to the next thing. Okay, I just took my pre-filter off. I'm gonna blow this out with some compressed air. And looking at the primary filter, it's getting, I know it's gonna be hard to see, it's getting pretty much brown from the dust. So when we get to the 100-hour mark, we're gonna have to change that, as well as the oil filter and the sump oil. So I'll just do that off camera quick. Sorry. Got a couple tips for you. You ever have one of these covers that rattles all the time? You can take a piece of inner tube, set it on there, and that'll give you some more pressure on the lid to keep it from rattling. And another thing I recommend doing is before you take the air filter off, blow as much dirt from around it off of the assembly as you can before you take the air filter off, so you don't get dirt in your motor. So just a couple little tips. Notice another problem. There's a bunch of oil residue back here. You can see how this one doesn't have it. This one does. So I want to check my gasket, and yeah, you have to replace that. Fix that leak. Well, I had to grab a used gasket. I don't have a new one. I'm going to go and order a couple of these on partstree.com just so I have them. Just in case. And that'll take care of that. I had to put a couple ounces of oil in, make up for that leak. Okay, all that's left is to get some 303, and I'll spray down all the plastic, rubber, and vinyl, and even the decals, keep them from getting sun faded any worse than what they are. I mean, the tractor is a 1990. Well, actually, it's a bit of a Frankenstein. The wheels are 86. The deck, hood, runner boards, and rear fenders are 90, and then the frame and dashboard and the steering wheel are like 91, 92, GT6000. But yeah, you get the idea. So we gotta try and keep the oxidation away as much as we can, because they don't make them as good as they used to. Well, since the grass is all cut, I'm gonna put the Craftsman away up in the garage and call it a day. So if you like the video, make sure you give me a thumbs up, and as always, thanks for watching. Have a good day. Bye.